Hi, greetings everybody. Hi, I'm Utkarsh. I'm a 29-year-old entrepreneur in front of you, and subtly the theme which relates to today's theme of TEDx is divorce the social validation. Not my divorce. I'm not married yet, but yes, divorce all the social validations that we have in the society. So I'll just like to start with who Utkarsh? Utkarsh, a serial entrepreneur. Utkarsh, a guy who's just dressing well. Utkarsh, a social entrepreneur. Or Utkarsh, a person who just has very ordinary problems with extraordinary outcomes. So that is what the theme around this revolves over. And I would just like to prolong it. The good boy era. This is the afternoon phase, the good phase, born into a good family with good social, cultural values, good impact, everything going smooth, a very bright student, good athlete, uh, good cricketer, very good at academics, somewhere around a 90-95% guy in his 10th standard, and everything is going very smooth and subtle. So the primary academia being very strong, the cultural, social values being very strong, the ethical and integrity values being very strong. Nothing not as a very, very hard hustle until now. So it's a good afternoon phase. Then is the Kuldeepak era. So the Kuldeepak era is the era when you're doing really well in life, there's a sense of validation which has always been attached to your life. Yes, now this guy has to excel from here. Now is the time that yes, he's certainly reached a validated point in his life. Now we are going to judge, yeah, this person is going to be a doctor or an engineer or a CA or a pilot or something really, really great. So the same thing happened with me as well. So not because of any undue pressure or maybe uh, any outcome, but it was against my own will, my own choice that I was fighting my own battles within. So the entire narrative of doing that was that just because all of my friends wanted to be an IITian, so I thought being an IITian is cool. So I opted for being an IITian, not because of a peer pressure, but for a social validation that was happening at that point of time. So I couldn't do it though, but yeah, at least I tried. But eventually it came out of a social validation again. So again, yes, and certain expectations which are being associated to it that eventually wanted me to do that. But Pappu can't dance ala. So this is basically a phase from the time when I went to 11th. Certainly, I took a stream which I was not enjoying, but that was associated with a certain sense of validation, a social validation that I wanted to conquer at that particular time. Because everything around that entire zone was depicted that yes, if this guy is doing this, so this person is being liked or socially validated. So that was something that I wanted to do or achieve, or just to be in a certain group of people that would happily accept me in. So that was my thing of doing it. Um, what the hell? So why was I doing something which I was not enjoying? So sometimes the hardest of the battles or the hardest of the stigmas are within you, and you need to push it inside you. So I failed my 11th standard, and a guy who was just doing really well in his primary education, was doing somewhere around a 90-95%, certainly failed in his 11th standard. So that was a certain bubble break in my life where failures were so much evident to me at that point of time, at least at a certain part of your life, which is academics, that I was so stubborn for success. And just like we say that failures make you so obstinate for success, so stubborn for success, that a overachiever or a topper just wanted to pass that too very eagerly. Ki bas I just want to pass in my exams. That was this era. So this is where we are just phasing towards the dusk, the bad boy era. So I am a mid 90s kid, and 90s kid when they're doing really well. This was a non-social media era, non-WhatsApp era, where things were kind of more intimate, and if you go a lot of out from your houses, you considered avara boy कि ये तो अब आवारागर्दी में लग गया है. So this was that era where all of my issues were certainly associated to a certain point कि इसका किसी भी चीज में मन नहीं लग रहा है. This guy is not disciplined enough or consistent enough to do something. But however, I was not doing because I was not consistent, but I never wanted it to. But I was not able to accept it within myself only that I want to do it or not. And there was a certain level of failures which were happening day in and day out, which I certainly want to conquer. And maybe deep down the time, I actually laugh about it. But yes, that is something that eventually made me a better person. Again, caught in a loop. When you certainly fail while being into the top of something, your certain group of people don't like to then interact with you. And this happens mostly with all of us. That you're in a certain group, when you stop meeting their requirements or their attention or their seeking, they certainly kind of slowly, gradually, in a very subtle manner, they kind of distant themselves from you. And then the point of seeking validation eventually take a toss. Then, of course, but validation, especially social validation, is a loop. If this particular group is not giving you certain attention, you try to feed yourself in a certain other group. If that particular social group is not giving you that particular feeding, you tend to go to a different group. But all of that happens through a certain level of social validation that you want for yourself. Maybe you try to ignite some conversations, or you try to get along to a very different group, a different narrative, a different culture, a different boundary. But we kind of hustle and struggle within ourselves to do that particular thing. And that on different levels and different aspects happen with all of us. So for example, my first bench of friends were not my friends anymore. I wanted to be friends with the backbench of friends now. Or people, I'd gone so worse that people who are anyway normally interested in studying didn't want to be my friends. So I eventually kind of wanted friends outside school or outside college or outside a certain group or outside a certain spectrum that you are actually being associated to. So that's a loop. And that is something that we need to understand, that do and love what you want to do, not because somebody else is going to validate you. Do the hell with whatever people think. Just do what you love and do what you want to do. So again, this era is a era of dawn. Finally, I passed. Academics are over. And went to Kota, tried in this triple ITs and everything. But didn't get through. It took me good 3 to 4 years to understand that, yes, I don't want to be an engineer. I am numbers, or maybe air, gravity is not my cup of tea. Maybe words are my cup of tea. So I love doing conversations. I wanted to have conversations with the minutest of the people at all grounds, at all levels, at all level of belongingness was eventually associated with me. So this was the dawn era, where a lot of conversations eventually helped me understand the person that I am, what do I want to do in life, how conversations and communities can make you a better person. A geek maybe turning into a ruffian can eventually persuade something which is very interesting and very happening. So the dawn era eventually started. I went on to do theaters post that. While doing theaters, I eventually understood that there are certain roles that we have to live, not just in the spectrum of performance art, but also in life. That eventually also made me understand while doing certain businesses and certain roles that I had to perform in different businesses that it's not restricted to a certain trade of business or a certain association of a business, but yes, there are certain roles that we can play around. While I would actually certainly want people to at least try out performance art or theaters or uh, acting at least once in a life, because not because you're going to be a very good actor, but at least that makes you a very good human being. So people learn by two things, either by reading or by observing. So reading certainly was not my cup of tea, so I went on eventually to be a good observant while doing theaters. So theaters eventually also led to a certain aspect of society which I eventually wanted to cater in. So like we understand that a lot of problems are solved while being a grassrooter rather than a parachuter. So a lot of things lay on the ground and we kind of miss that. But that was the time I thought doing an entrepreneurship right after 12th. Uh, I started a social welfare organization, a non-for-profit organization, where we clubbed in a lot of my friends, went out on a Saturdays where the other group of people were maybe having a beer or chilling out on a Saturday or a weekend. So that was something that we wanted to do for the complete social welfare of the society. Understand the importance of social welfare, understand the level of privilege that we eventually brought in. And there is when an entire sector of humanness, which was already inside us, eventually went and grew. And the entire narrative of all of this was yes, conversations are very important to break the social stigma. I was still bound by a stigma ki yaar, uh, this guy is just come out of 12th. He's just entered college, and how is he capable enough to run a social welfare organization, or how is he capable being an entrepreneurship, doing social entrepreneurship? Because this guy is nothing on his own. How can he help people when he's not able to help himself? So yes, that was a certain stigma that was also associated, a certain validation that people were eventually providing at that particular time. So yes, that was one aspect that we had to break over. Apart from uh, this entire thing, I entered again. That was the time I eventually started choosing things for myself, what I love and what I'm completely responsible for, whether I'm doing good, whether I'm doing better than good, or if not good, but at least I'll be the one who's going to decide things for myself, which is, yes, again, apart from that, a risk that led to Dawn. So post mass communication, uh, I did my graduation in communication. So I was a communication student and got good jobs. Jobs were very stable, very conducive, a very good package. The greatest time to quit a job is when you have a great package. I always believe leave at your best, not at your worst. So that was a great risk that was associated while doing a job, that I'm quitting a highly paid job, whether this is going to be fruitful or not. So jobs were really good. I did it with a lot of ownership. Jobs should be done with a lot of ownership. Like you, the owner of the organization, you work as the CEO while you are doing a job. Certainly, you're going to be a CEO one day. That's very important. Uh, Post that, the job thing, I certainly came to a point where I understood, yes, this is not, which is still not very sufficient to me. I was growing ambitious, I was growing more ambitious, and being ambitious is good. Being aspirational is good. Uh, but it's very important that goodness and talent must go hand in hand. You see, all the devils are always talented. That doesn't mean that, people who are not good, matlab, jitna bhi rakshas if we call them, they're really talented. but they're not very good. They're not very good in their approach towards the society. So while doing something of impact and value, we must always understand that we need to utilize goodness and talent very wisely. Only a good human being can become a good professional. This is what we believe. This is what we understand. Because work can, work and skill can anyway be mastered slowly or gradually. But a good human being will surely turn out to be a good professional. The art of forgiveness, uh, the art of the art of letting go, the art of acceptance. All of these soft skills are certainly required to achieve a certain aspect that you want to. But yes, those skills have to be churned out and understood in a manner that has to lead towards this. Uh, yes, intuition. While quitting a job, what happened was I met with an accident. Again, again, things went well, went down. Things slowly, gradually went to an inverted V, went down again. I met with an accident. I was bedridden for around 18 months in total, which was the risk of failing went higher. Uh, I had the fear of losing out. I had the fear of missing out. And that was not the time that I could have accepted that why I am validating myself for all of this. But yes, today I kind of understand that yes, if I would have accepted that, yes, I'm doing this for a social validation, I could have saved time, effort, and energy into something more better and more useful. Uh, finally, slowly, gradually, things went well. Uh, Talent and hard work, consistency. So if you're consistent, there are chances that you may fail. But if you're not consistent, there's 100% chance that you will fail. So that's very important to be consistent. Uh, that intuitiveness within myself came in that I wanted to be a bit more consistent, a bit more useful, and why to do something which I have to think a very far extent from. I eventually created an organization. We created an organization uh, which eventually churned out conversations and communities for generations. So this is where one of my organization, an advertising agency.com, came into place. Things went well, Corona hit. Brands weren't paying money. So, of course, another Corona baby, another idea, along with my brother, we started uh, an organization, a farm to produce organization, the largest farm to produce organization back in Madhya Pradesh. Uh, so sometimes the smallest of the problems come out with the best of the businesses, and because those small problems are usually ignored. So when you concentrate on the smallest of the problems, we're trying to solve a lot of agronomy problems through an organization named Fruitex. So that was the intuitive era, that where I trusted my intuition. I want to do this. This is where I actually want to do this without the aspect, not because I never wanted to be an entrepreneur just because my friends wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur because entrepreneurship is cool. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur because I'm afraid of a toxic boss. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur because just because I can't work under somebody. I wanted to be an entrepreneur because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So that is what it was. That is that intuition that we'll have to trust and understand. BFC, big fat claim. So sometimes out of when you're eventually caught into a loop, you should always do a big fat claim. I'm gonna make six packs maybe 6 months down the line. I am I am going to be a huge. I'm coming out with an IPO maybe next year. So there's a certain big fat claims that I made to myself, and eventually things really went well post that. the aura which is very much needed. So all my things eventually went around three things: business, people, and making businesses out of people. And I always believe that we must dream as big. सपने ऐसे देखने चाहिए जिसको सुनकर या देखकर हंसी ना आए. And I would like to just conclude all of this just by saying that uh, when lemons, when life throws you lemons, you must not be afraid of it. Just squash them over, make a lemonade, and drink it. Thank you.